Welcome back, selfies. My name is Mads. I am so giddy to talk to you about this topic today. As I alluded to in my previous episode, my word of 2026 is awe. To be in awe, to seek out awe, to just feel the sensation of awe every fucking day. The reason I felt so drawn to this word, I first heard it, well, it's not like I first heard it. Of course, I knew what awe meant, but I was reminded of the sensation and how important it is to me from Mimi Bouchard. She, in her book, Activate Your Life, I believe it's called, truly one of the most incredible books I read in 2025. But she describes how her highest self has this feeling of awe. And as I sat with it, I was like, fuck yeah. I want to feel awe all the time, because if you really think about it, it's something deeper than happiness or fulfillment or satisfaction or joy. Not to say that those things aren't lovely and important sensations. Awe to me feels like magic. It feels like looking out to the vast ocean and feeling so small, but in the best way possible. Like there's something higher than you, that there's something larger than life. And to me, being in awe feels like aliveness. It feels like you are fucking alive, okay? Like all your sensations are tingling. There's some sort of you just feel like you're like walking on air in a way, and you suddenly become grateful without even trying, because everything around you as it is already is enough. Not only is it enough, it's fucking spectacular. It's just this like optimistic, awe-inspiring, gorgeous lens in order to view the world. And whenever I feel a moment of awe, I'm just so enamored with that sensation that I just want to bottle it up and live in it forever. So as much as I can make moments of awe, recognize it moments of awe, I'm going to be doing that and prioritizing that all of 2026. I'm going to give you some tangible steps to incorporate, or like some routines to incorporate in your life to really seek out that awe. So this all came to be, this episode in particular, because I went on probably the most miraculous walk of my life. And I know that kind of seems silly, but I don't know. I went on one of those walks, and maybe you've been on one of them, maybe you haven't, but it was one of those walks where literally time stood still. I was coming off of a Pilates class. I had just had my little matcha americano. Like I just felt on another planet. I felt like in another dimension, honestly. And I was in my favorite neighborhood near West Hollywood, and I just decided to take myself on a little walk. And at first I was putting on a podcast in my AirPods, but then I thought, you know what? I want to listen to music. I just want to be like lit up, like walk with a little pep in my step. I want to strut down these West Hollywood streets. And I just, I haven't been as drawn to music lately. I don't know. Unless it's like Taylor Swift, like I don't really like go to Spotify. I'll usually only be listening to podcasts if I'm listening to something. And I forget that there are all these like incredible songs, of course, duh. But it's just, I don't have them categorized in a way that I can easily access. So I definitely need to make my own playlist. But I searched on Spotify, happy walking playlist. And you could do the same. It's probably going to be tailored to you, which is great because it was so tailored to me. Like every song, I kid you not, I was like, fuck yeah, that's a banger. Fuck yeah, like that type of playlist. Every song, no skips. And I was strutting along. The first song that came on was Alive by Empire of the Sun. Moving every minute 'cause you make me feel so alive. Like the one. And I was like, fuck yeah, every single moment I don't know what came over me. The sun was shining, it wasn't too hot, there was a breeze in the air. Like I felt so unhurried, and it was like all my senses were heightened and I could see clearly. My brain was clear for the first time in like months. And I finally felt what it feels like to feel good. I always remember this quote from Melissa Woodhealth, and I've said it on here before. How badly do you want to feel good? And for a long time, ever since my wedding, I've lost a lot of that. I've lost the sensation and the feeling of feeling good. I like can't remember what it feels like in my body from a physical standpoint. You know, I've dealt with a lot of weight fluctuation, which is, again, I need to make a whole other episode about that, but I dealt with a lot of weight fluctuation, not feeling aligned in my body, not feeling comfortable in my body, and I kind of forgot what it felt like to feel good. When you are trying to get back on track with your well-being and your wellness and nutrition, when you're trying to get back on track or trying to get to like a better baseline, it's really hard because you forget what you're chasing. You forget what that feeling is because in the moment you don't feel that, right? And I wish there was a way to just like easily tap into that feeling good sensation, but it requires you to continuously, choose foods that fuel you and nourish you and that are going to be so great for your mental health. Like I am always reminded that eating well is so impactful on your mental health. Like this past week, I have been eating pretty clean. Usually January I do like a Whole30 thing. I'm not trying to be like too restrictive, but I'm fucking over not feeling good. How badly do you want to feel good? And I want to feel good. How many times can I say feel good? And this past week, literally 1 week, my mind is so clear and firing on all cylinders. And my body is still what it is. I love it as it is now. Again, you can't hate your body into loving it. So I love it as it is now. It serves a purpose as it is now. I do feel more energized and aligned in my body, which is great. It doesn't look the way I want it to particularly yet, but that's okay. But the mind, and I'm reminded of this every time I do like a Whole30 or some sort of gut reset. Food is so connected to your brain, your gut, your brain, all the shit, right? And whenever I eat just more nutritiously and I reach for better foods and I cook most of my meals, there is a significant difference in my mindset. Anyway, so that was a huge tangent to say, yes, this was a culmination of me also eating like very, very clean the past week. And so I'm on this walk and I'm finally feeling that feeling of feeling good. And I'm finally embodying it and really letting it sink in. I think there's moments where you can feel it and then you just move on to something else and you forget it and then you're fine and you're back to your, routine of not feeling good. And I was like so present on this walk. It was I really was reminding myself in the walk, like, please take note of this. Please, like, download this feeling. Please understand how this is going on because I want to be able to tap into that at any moment of any day, and I should be able to. And I journaled on this morning about the walk as well, and just like what was the feelings, what were those sensations? And I think it was mainly feeling unhurried, like I had nothing but time in front of me. I also felt this amazing sense of pride. We had just been on the red carpet for Netflix's People We Meet on Vacation. Camber was asked to do, mini mic interviews with the cast, and it was such a awesome moment in the company. And so I felt so much pride, and I've been working so much on my nutrition again and just really getting in tune with my body. And so there was just these stackings of things that came together on this beautiful walk. I felt awe. All of that was awe. And I'm so grateful that I had that experience. And I really, really hope this rubs off on you and that you too can replicate this in your life, because I fucking hope I can replicate it every day of my life. That would be absolutely fantastic. So let's get into how you are going to practice awe. and really invite it into your life. Obviously, what I just mentioned, the awe walk, like I did. Couple things to mention with this. I would say don't listen to a podcast. It's fine to listen to music. I know some people love to raw dog it. That's probably like the highest form, but something about the music, like the vibrations on another level. This music, I was just moving and grooving. I was like singing out loud. That's how much I didn't give a shit about what I was doing and how in the moment I was. So that for sure, try to either listen to music or raw dog it. The second is don't wear sunglasses. I know this is kind of weird, but at first I was going to wear sunglasses on the walk and I was like, you know what? I want to see the colors. I want things to be multicolor. I don't want to see it through a different lens. I want to see the color for what it is, the brilliance of the color, all right? So there's something about not having that blocker. My husband Ben is so good at this. Like we'll be at the beach and he'll always just take off his sunglasses and just look at the ocean as it's meant to be. And I don't know, it's just like a simple thing that creates more of the experience. Number 2 is clock synchronicities or coincidences in your life. So anytime something happens, like a universe moment, you know what it is, where there's like a coincidence. Some people love numerology or angel numbers or whatever. I'm not typically like that, but if there's something where I'm listening to a podcast and then someone mentions it to me, like I just love to notice those things and do a little check-in and clock in of like, ooh, that's magic. Like seeking out little magic moments. And I started a page in my journal of awe moments. And so I've been kind of jotting those down and really thinking back on my day of like, what were those little weird synchronicities, things where it just kind of all fell into place or a coincidence here and there. And it's so fun to notice those because it's like the universe like winking, you know, it's like these little messages. And oh, my sign, I don't really look at this as much, but sometimes I will ask for it. I know Gabby Bernstein talks about this, like having a sign, like a physical sign that you can ask the universe to show you. Mine is roses, because my middle name is Rose, Maddie Rose. And so anytime I see a rose, if it's the actual flower or maybe it's the word rose somewhere, anytime I see a rose in some sort of form, I know that I'm like on the right path for whatever I was trying to get clarity on. So come up with either a fun sign that you're like, okay, universe today, show me how good it can get and show me like a little bird or something, you know, whatever your sign is. My sister's is the Rolling Stones. Whenever she has a big dilemma or she's overthinking something and going over in her head, she'll say, show me the Rolling Stones. And either the Rolling Stones will come on in a store she walks into, she'll see a person wearing a Rolling Stones t-shirt. Like it's very, very fun. And I know if you're not woo-woo, that's fine. Just, I don't know, lean into like the fun magic of life. And that really, really creates those awe moments. Okay, next is spend time with babies. Okay, so I have a 3-year-old niece, baby Lily, and every time I'm with her, there is nothing like experiencing awe through a child's eyes. When you sit, and I'm sure, you know, if you have children in your life, nieces, kids of your own, like, you know that the presence and the awe and the excitement you feel when you sit down and play with them and see the world through their eyes. I mean, there's nothing like it. Like time again stands still and everything seems so amazing as it is. Like, yeah, that fucking, like a mirror is insane. Like, whoa, there's a mirror here and I can see myself. Whoa, oh my God. I'm seeing what a mirror is for the first time. Or I remember when baby Lily was first looking at necklaces and she was feeling out necklaces and the different sensations there. I just love being a witness to her experiencing the world for the first time. And it's fucking awe. Like that's like awe personified is babies and children. And I'm so excited to, God willing, one day to have a baby and just literally be in a perpetual state of awe. I think that's what parents parents experience. Obviously, it's a lot more difficult and there's tons of hardship that come with it. But there seems to be this gorgeous rejuvenation for life that you feel when you're a parent, at least that's what I hear, because you get to experience life again through your child's eyes. And then it's just every little small simple thing is awe. Oh, I can't wait. Next is gratitude. Yeah, we got an attitude for gratitude. I know. Everyone tells you, have a gratitude practice. Blah, 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 blah. And I totally see the eye rolls. I get it. And it's not about writing like, I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful for my coffee. Like, really, genuinely, what are you grateful for that feels like miraculous right now? Like, what are things that feel miraculous in your life? And how can you express gratitude for them as they are today without needing to change them? How is that enough? I do a weekly check-in with myself. I have like 5 questions that I answer every single week. And one of them is, what are you genuinely grateful for right now? And a lot of it is simple things, right? It's getting to hug Ben June in the morning and dance together. It's, our upcoming honeymoon trip and feeling really giddy and excited about what's to come. That's not a small thing, but there's just so much, there's so many miracles that surround you and are orbiting around you that you could just wake up and see them and recognize them and write them down. It becomes real. Like, the miracles are your reality. Okay. And lastly, you're going to be around beauty on purpose. So, of course, when people think of awe, they think of nature. Good job. And I definitely feel that, right? Every time I'm in nature, I feel this wondrous sense of awe. I look around, I'm like, holy shit. How is this tree so big? Like, how is the ocean so big and vast and expansive? And it freaks me out, but it's also such an awe moment. So you can kind of force awe into your life. If you live near an ocean, try to get near it as much as possible. If there's hikes near where you live, or like woods that you can wander through, is there a lake that you can sit by? Oh, I wish I lived near a lake. God damn it. I love a lake. And I think that was probably one of the most awe moments of my life is when I was sitting, we took a trip to Lake Arrowhead over like my birthday time in July last year. And we had a dock and I sat at the end of the dock and just like looked out. And it was the most peaceful. Everything was still. People were still waking up. No one was really awake yet and out on their docks. It was just me and the whole lake. It was, fucking awe, man. Like, I was just, and just putting yourself in those positions to feel that and see that and experience that more, your life is just going to 10x. Like, your life is going to be in multicolor. Is that the right word? Am I trying to say? Like, your life is going to be in technicolor. Joseph in the magical technicolor dream coat. You know what I mean? Like, that vibe. It's just going to become technicolor. Something I love about awe is that it doesn't require milestones to appreciate it, right? Like, awe doesn't really come from milestones from, yes, you could feel awe in buying a house, having a wedding, having children, but there is beauty in seeking awe in those everyday regular moments. Like, you really don't need a milestone in order to feel it. And I think we reserve awe for those milestones for when we're on vacation, when we're, in nature. Like, but awe can really be experienced from the miraculousness of how your life is already set up now. All the little synchronicities that had to happen for you to either be on this planet, but then also to be living this life that you live, this gorgeous, expansive life. I'm in awe. I'm in awe, right? So that is why my word for 2026 and my intention for 2026 is to seek out more awe, to be in awe more. And if this resonates with you at all, I'm so glad. And I really you can copy me. You can take that word for yourself as well for this year if it works for you. But I challenge you to either keep a little note on your notes app, a list in your journal, and every night just be like, what was one moment where I experienced awe today? And maybe it was the fact that your matcha was like the perfect color green, right? It can be so small. Or the fact that when you got in the shower, it was so the water hit you and it was so warm and you just like felt like you were like it was like cascading you and washing. Just there's so many little moments that you can really luxuriate in and feel awe. And that's what I challenge for you this week. And I love you so much. This was a little quickie because I just wanted to get really super specific on awe in particular, because I think it's such a cool, underrated sensation that we all have access to. And I'm really excited to see how you guys experience awe in 2026. All right, see you next week.